Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode in my home Reno series. I am so excited to bring this to you guys. And today in this episode, we will be doing carpet removal, and we'll be showing you guys the planks that we chose to put down. So far, renovations are a lot, but we are learning a lot in this process. So let's go ahead and start this episode off with the actual hunt for our choice in planks. Okay, so the first place that we looked, of course, was good old Floor and Decor. All the time we hear people say they get their flooring tiles and all that stuff from Floor and Decor, so we wanted to check them out. There are so many here in Georgia. So we came to this particular Floor and Decor to look at some different options. They had some nice ones, but they honestly had a better selection online than the one that we actually went into. We also knew what price range we wanted to stay in for the square footage because we are doing the entire house. So not only did we look in Floor and Decor, but we also looked online at different places to order these things from. But we ended up actually going with a local company. So it was between these two. So that one right here, I liked this one, but then we went to this other place that was really nice. And they had a variety of different selections that you can choose from and also samples you can take. So one of them that I liked was this Brookline. And then the other one, which is the one that we ended up getting, was the Akadia. And the company that makes these are MSI Surfaces. So it's a luxury vinyl flooring and they have a tons of different selections. They also just put some new options on there. And one of the options was this run mill. I think it is so beautiful. But like I said, we ended up going with the Akadia, and these are 7-inch wide planks, which is something that I like. So in our previous house, we had wide planks. So I knew that I wanted to go with the wider planks. So that's why we went with these. They also have a 9-inch one, but I felt like that might be too large. So we went ahead and just went with the 7-inch. All right, so after we locked down which planks we wanted to put in here, we came back to the house and we did our measurements. By we, I mean my husband did the measurements because I am not the best at doing this. So I let him do that to make sure. So as I've told you guys in the house tour, that these are original hardwood floors, and I would love to refinish these because they are beautiful and there's nothing wrong with them. But I want the whole house to have this cohesive look and all of the wood be the same color, thickness, and all of that. So we opted to just go ahead and cover the hardwood floors. We're not going to take them up. We also took account of the dogs that we have, and honestly, where we are right now, they have hardwood floors and they have scratched those floors up so bad. So we knew that these type of planks would be perfect because we had them in our previous house. Alright, so we have our planks. All of these bad boys we're going to be putting down. This is going to be a fun little project. Yeah. Just wish that I knew how something like that could happen. Maybe it's just in passing, 'cause nothing is everlasting, no. But like really though, how do you know that I can overcome all of the obstacles? She just looked me in the eye, said it's gonna be alright, 'cause I know that's how it goes. The only thing we know is that we change. Nothing's ever gonna stay the same forever. Forever. No, it won't, 'cause no one ever does.
whenever. As blue as the sky above you. It's true that it won't end.
We working. Now we got those boxes in the back to do. Ryder, that's not a good idea. Got these.
Sense that somebody else got all of the praise when you did the same thing. It doesn't feel real when they all say it's the same rules when you play, when you know that's not the case. The only thing we know is that we change. Nothing's ever gonna stay the same.
And here we are, we finally got to carpet removal day. So if you watched my house tour, you know that I told you right after we did that tour that we were gonna start to get to work with ripping up the carpets. So that is what we are doing here. So we're just using the razor to cut up the carpet and roll them up into different sections. So like I said, this whole process is a learning experience. And we were like, when we first started, we were rolling up these large rolls of carpet, and it was a struggle trying to carry the carpets out into the front where we were like storing all of the ones that we took out. So then as we start to go along, you'll see that we start to cut these way smaller because it was way easier to move these into that different section. We then started to take up the underlay. So this part was pretty easy because it's stapled to the floor. And we're just pulling them up and then again rolling them. So these were kind of okay if they were like rolled up a little larger because they were lightweight. And then after that, I started to take out the staples in the floor, which again, I'm like literally on the floor with my knees and I'm like, oh my gosh, my back and my knees are hurting. I definitely should have had some knee pads, which after this day, like the next day, I went and bought us some knee pads because my knees were hurting so bad. But I took out all the staples, and while I was taking out the staples, he was taking out the tack strips around the living room.
Without the pain behind it, I'm moved on now. I'm not trying to impress you anymore. Spending all this time trying to get you out my mind. Oh, it feels so.
All right, we finished with this room. Looking good, looking good. We're about to move to, where are we going now? To the master. Okay, so in the master, we're just gonna pull up the carpet today because it's dark. It's getting dark and there is no light bulb in here. I guess I should probably bring my lights. My lights I be using. But anyways, more than likely we'll try to get this done in the daytime. So we're moving to this room. My camera's not focusing. So we're about to start in here. And just, like I said, pull up the carpet. Okay, so I have the little flashlight on my head. It's kind of helping. All right, so when we got to this room, we had a nice little system going. So he would cut the carpet, then I would roll it up, I would take it out. Sometimes if, you know, I was there, I would rip the carpet, then he rolls it up, then he takes it out. So we had a better system. This room went by so much faster. Then after we got this done, oh my gosh, I was just so happy to see that it was concrete under here and we did not have to, well, I didn't have to take out any staples, but he still had to take the tack around the room up. So while he was doing that, I started to take the underlay out, and since this was a concrete floor, literally all they had was like some glue glued down to have these glued to the floor. So I was just pulling them up, and then I took this like flat scraper and I just started to kind of scrape up the areas that wouldn't come up, and I would roll these out and take them to the front.
Taking a selfie.
No, I'm not taking a selfie.
No,
No, I was just trying to, I was thinking about how I'm gonna do my reel. Okay, so again, we're in this room and we are working. I did get back to work. I had to put that clip in there because it was hilarious, because I caught like my facial expression and everything, so I just thought that was super funny. But anyways, yes, I did take a break. I was tired and I was trying to think about my reel and stuff. So anyways, we're getting back to work. We're doing it. We then came into the other room, which that room does not have a light and it was dark, so we just like took the carpet up, and then I actually went back in there and I took my staples out so I didn't have to worry about that tomorrow, the next day. And then again, we were just tossing the rugs over the stairs, and we cleaned all that up when we came back the next day. And again, I was on my knees and that was the worst thing ever. Okay, so this is still day one. I literally don't know how I'm gonna edit this video, but day one, pulling up carpet, and taking nails out, taking the little tack down things. I don't actually know what they're called, okay? But we're doing all that. This is some hard work, but we're gonna get it done. So we're almost done with upstairs. Then we're gonna go down to the basement, which should be a little bit easier because it's like a concrete floor. So, whoo. I mean, if you do floors, I mean, and that's your job, you do the floors, like, thank goodness for y'all, because I mean, this is a lot. All right, so again, we came down to the basement. We were so pumped to do this part. Psych. But no, honestly, we knew that this was the last place that we had to get done, so we kind of tried to do this as quickly as possible, although we ran into some little issues, but y'all see that in a little bit. But again, we did teamwork and we pretty much knocked this out. Again, I'm joking because I feel like we did take some time down here too. Okay, so we didn't think about when we put the planks in here that we were gonna have to move them when we are removing this carpet. So now, after we're good and tired, we have to move all of these into that area that's unfinished. That's gonna be my gym. So we gotta move all these boxes in there. I'm tired. I'm taking a break. I'm gonna take a few. So clearly, I really did not take a quick little break because honestly, we were just really ready to go. So I muscled it up and I started to move the boxes out here with some assistance. And then I finished it out. He just kept going around taking those little tack things up, which honestly, I think for him was the worst part. And then after that, I started to work on this room in here, taking up the carpet and the underlayment. And that was it. And that was our first day of Reno, demo, I don't know, and it was a mess. We were so tired and we were like, what did we get ourselves into? So this series is going to be super funny, I think, but it's going to be enjoyable too at the same time because we're learning a lot and this is just going to be a very fun experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed our first true episode of actually getting in the house and doing work. If you want to stick around for this and this is your first time here, make sure you click on that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you will be ready for when these videos hit. Thank you guys so much for watching this one, and I can't wait till the next episode. Bye.